I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the cold shoe, I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.
It's your boy Reality Round Bullard, man. I'm here with another episode of the Reality Round with my co-host.
Bosstalk 215 _ Reality Realm. Hey people, we are still digging the love. We are feeling it. We still lagging behind with subs. We still trying to hit that 6K. If it happens after this episode, we appreciate you. If not, I'm gonna beat it in your head again. We need that 6K, and we going above that as well. Also, man, I've been digging the comments too. I'm seeing people, comment on things that we're saying. And on a side note, that crow thing was real. I was just joking around, but it really was real though. It really was real. Let's go ahead and jump into our first thing. Our first segment is always life topics. Let's blow through this, bro. So why is everything a game until the shit hits the proverbial fan?
Myself personally, brother, that's something that I've just come to realize about a lot of clowns out here. And it's not something that I've realized lately. I've known it for quite some time now. You got it for some reason. It's just some type of, I just want to just blame it on bad genetics. It's a genetic disorder. And I say it's bad genetics because the shit has been going on for generation on back. As far back as I can remember. You know what I'm saying? This has been what it is. Motherfuckers think shit is a game until it ain't no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious situation. Something of importance has happened. But right. Rather treat it like that, you want to try to make a joke, you want to turn it into a game. This ain't that right now. You know what I'm saying? There's time for that shit. And hey, Siegel said it best. Think it's a game till them things come out. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah.
Real talk. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't understand why this is. It just kind of feeds my theory. I touched on the last episode. I'm going to say it quickly. If you're an idiot, you find a second idiot to have a kid with, chances are you're going to bring a third idiot into the world. And y'all going to be a family of fools. And that's why they keep on doing the things that they do. And that's reality.
Now I feel you though, bro. Because when I'm looking at things like, I guess the way I look at it is this, man. Every action causes a reaction. If I punch you in the face, I expect you to punch me back. So I need to duck, dodge, do whatever, or keep punching you. I don't know, whatever your mind state is at that point in time. But sometimes people don't think let's just say a situation where it's though, all right, yo, bro, I need to hold $200, right? Okay. In what time frame do you think you're gonna be able to pay this back? That's always the first question. No matter if you got it or not. It's like, yo, when should I expect this back?
Right.
And then it's like, oh, well, give me like 2 weeks, but when I get paid, okay, that's fine. That's standard. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start playing games with it, and then you on social media or sometimes word of mouth is good enough too. That's even better.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, well, X, Y, and Z was out at the John, whatever. This nigga owed me $200. Like, when I'm gonna get that back? Some people just chalk it like, you know what? I should never gave it to him. It is what it is. I'm gonna ride out. Some people be serious about that shit. Some people need that $200 back.
Oh yeah.
And when you start playing around, that's when shit gets real.
Prime example of the shit hitting the fan.
Exactly.
Prime example of some fucking clown trying to treat you less than a man because he playing games, as you just said. You know what I mean?
And you know what though, bro?
Not
to cut you off though, but sometimes it don't be people playing games. It be some people counting your money for you.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're never supposed to count the next person's money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I gave you that 200. I might have had an extra 200 or whatever and expecting to get that back to coincide with whatever I was going to do. I might have pushed my thing back to help you out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, now you got me stuck from what I was supposed to originally do.
And but see, now even though they're not playing a game, bro, that's why I call it that. That's why I put it under that umbrella, because of the simple fact that, like you just said, if I'm moving shit around financially to help you out, and I'm helping you out off the strength of what you're telling me that you're going to run that back to me in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm going off of that. So if you keep in heavy communication with me that first week, then I notice as that first week starts to taper off, as you get into the
Right,
weekend,
the communication dies.
it dies.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, text messages are not being returned, phone calls are not being answered, and then by the
You
time
talk
you
to
roll,
everybody else though.
everybody else is communicating with you, everybody else is seeing you around, but now all of a sudden you scarce when it come to me. See, now we got a problem. Now we got a problem. We have just entered Problemville, no doubt.
Sometimes we got a problem if you are around, because you know, if you keep seeing them motherfucker, you be like, yo, man, where my bread at, dog? What's up? Like, I need my chip was 911. Like, what's going down? That could be even worse. Sometimes people try to avoid conflict. You know what? It's a slippery slope. Like I said, it's a slippery slope with them type of things, because if I see you too much, I'm going to start asking, like, yo, like, what's up with that? You don't have no answer. So you want to stay away. But then when you stay away, you start communicating with other folks that we all cool with. And then I found out, oh, he was over here doing this. He just went to the Christiana Mall. Like, well, where the fuck is my money at?
And see, that's that fork in the road. That's that fork
Right,
in the
it's a
road.
slippery slope, yo.
Because what they try to do, they choose a path. They either, like you said, either they try to be scarce or they try to put themselves in your line of sight.
Right.
Make sure you're always around so it don't seem like they're avoiding you. Although they're there, they don't never mention your fucking bread though. That's the
exactly.
They be around with you.
You want to have a general conversation. You already know the elephant in the room.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why when that motherfucker try to slide off if he pull it the first time, you run into him again and he try to say a few words to you, slip, kind of not too aggressive, but kind of grab him by his arm.
So when you gonna be ready to pay that back? Like, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. When you gonna run that by me, bro? Exactly. I need that. But,
you know, I have people even like, yeah, I got no. You know what it is? They pull you to the side, like, yo, no, I got you, whatever. And you getting into this conversation about, yeah, because I was just down such and such. Whoa, hold up. Like, you just told me you got me, but you was down such and such doing X, Y, and Z. Come on, man. Doesn't work either. You know what? That's the reason why. If I ever had to borrow money off anybody, I like to give it back to them, man. Nope. Like, no, you cool. Nope. Here you go. Bam. We good. So whatever I do after that is what I'm doing.
Well, anybody that know me knows I try to be a man of my word, especially when it comes to some shit like that. Especially when it comes to some shit like that. Right. You're not gonna never be able to speak ill of me nowhere and speak it honestly. And if I find out that you somewhere throwing dirt on my shit and you ain't doing nothing but spreading
that's an even bigger problem.
Now I'm gonna wire your fucking jaw.
See, it always goes to some violence with you, man.
Hey,
I'm not violent.
Hey, brother, listen.
I'm not violent, man.
Sometimes, in the words of James Evans, sometimes you got to put a man on soup and mashed bananas for the rest of their fucking life.
Yo, you shot out. You shot out. Yo, but yeah, no, I mean, to wrap that segment up, I really just feel as though, like, you know what? Stop it, man. Cut it the fuck out. Like, cut it the fuck out. Seriously, man. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. And when you think about it, like, at the end of this road, you know, at some point, you and this person are going to have an indifferent, like, it's going to be, you're going to beef. Bottom line, you're going to beef. You're going to beef, and it's going to be something. And I mean, some people might let it go. I've done it before. $50, go about your way, man. You know, I use the Sunny joint from Bronxville or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what you're worth to me.
That's real rare.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to sit out here, whatever, and stress myself out about that, whatever. I gave it to you. You claimed you needed it. You wasn't able to pay it back. So now I know you can't come to me for nothing else. Exactly. I'm good. I'm straight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel as though, like, you know, a lot of people just need to, you know, man or woman up. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you can't do it, if you hit me and say, you know what, damn, you was going to say you're going to do it on your payday on Friday. You hit me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. Like, look, man, shit a little fucked up. You had to be fucked up to ask. You know what I'm saying? So I already get it. I'm still trying to get back. All right, cool. I understand that. You know what I mean? We'll work it out on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but some people just don't do that. They just go out and just buy sneakers and act like they don't owe you shit.
Just, you know, keep it a yard. That's all I ask. Just keep it a yard. Don't fucking spin me. Don't put me in no spin cycle. I ain't with that shit. I look like
that's what I need to do.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I need my shit. And even if I don't need it, it belonged to me, so I want it back. And that's reality.
No, that's definitely that's infinity reality right there, man. Because nobody don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was taught a lesson a few years ago. A motherfucker can have all the material shit in the world. Don't mean they have capital. They're not willing to sell their shit to do what they want to do. They want to ask for you. You never know what situation somebody is in until you start actually paying attention to them.
Right.
And that's reality.
No doubt. I can
tell you that for sure. So let's move on from this, man. We're going to go into another one. So these so-called adults, I mean, I feel as though, and I think you feel as though, actually you feel as though, and I think I feel as though, need to keep their social media beefs and their kids separated. How do you know what? I'm going to start this off. I just feel as though, like, first of all, if you're having any real issues, don't go to live. Don't post it on Facebook. Don't post it on Instagram. Don't post it on Twitter. Just keep everything, you know what I mean? You know, because before this, our previous generation didn't have all this. They dealt with it in-house, and they dealt with it accordingly. And I think we need to get back to that, man, because I be seeing people shooting people on live, getting robbed on live, and all type of stuff, and I'm like, yo, like, if your ass wasn't on the phone, nobody wouldn't have knew unless it was word of mouth from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you looking like a fool in front of millions. Now you went viral. Now you on WorldStar. Now you on Instagram. Now you on Facebook. Now you on Twitter. People got videos of your whole situation. Looking like a fucking clown. So my thing is more or less, you know what? Just, if we gonna be the adults that we supposed to be, some shit don't need to be broadcasted. A lot of shit don't need to be broadcasted. Actually, none of this shit should be broadcasted, honestly. Keep it within your circle, within your family, and that's good. And you won't get robbed.
You know what, bro? The very first video I ever done, right? The very first one I ever done was on Facebook. And just so happened, it was entitled Attention Whores. Now, anybody that's been rocking with me from the start of this shit, they know I'm spitting facts right now. It was called Attention Whore. And I talked about how motherfuckers go out of their way to look for phone when certain shit is going down so they can record themselves or go live.
Or instead of trying to help the situation. Like,
it's all about attention. It ain't got shit to, like, you act like you super pissed off. You on there, you want to put somebody out there, you want to talk about some shit you got going on. First and foremost, if you took the time to talk about it on there, it ain't but so deep anyway. Because only a fucking fool would get on any social media platform and tell the world about some clown they beefing with if they got intentions on handling that beef the way real niggas handle shit out here. You feel me? Exactly. Only a fool would do that. Now, once again, it kind of goes full circle to my theory about stupid ass motherfuckers and how so many of them here and why. So maybe they are stupid, dumb as fuck. That's why they doing what they doing. I don't know. But the bottom line is, like you just said, and all I'm doing right now is just co-signing what you just said, brother.
Right.
Keep that bullshit off of social media. That's number one. And number two, keep your kids, because see, when you got your kids around, first of all, it's a bad fucking look.
Yeah.
A father, an uncle, a grandmother, I don't give a fuck what your title is to these little motherfuckers. It's a bad look, number one. Number two, if they on there and they actually part of the gimmick, because that's all the shit is a fucking gimmick. If they're part of the gimmick, they chiming in on the shit you saying, they co-signing shit. Oh, see, now you opening a door that you really don't want open.
And you can't close it sometimes. You cannot close it.
You cannot close it, and you got no fucking right at that point getting mad that somebody took the initiative to say something about them because they shouldn't have been involved in this shit anyway.
For sure.
You did
For
that.
sure.
You took the initiative to make sure that they was in the mix because you could have put them motherfuckers wherever while you did you and said what you had to say if you just had to do it. So, yeah, stop the dumb shit. Keep the shit off of social media. Keep your kids out of it. And that's motherfucking reality, man.
You know what? And like I said, man, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, when you think about it, though, it's like,
off my pillow.
It's not even.
My bad.
Yo, nobody don't want to see all that, dog. What the fuck is you doing?
I had to fluff my pillow, man. My fault. Go ahead. Holla at me.
I see you in the AFC Championship. You know what? You know what? I'm so cool and confident. I see you in the AFC Championship game if you make it. But look, right? So back to my point.
Shit. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if you're going to do that, I got to do what I got to do. So look. Well, so my whole thing is this, though, man.
Experts seem to think that that's what's going to happen anyway. They think that we might be on a collision course. But go ahead.
I mean, that's cool. I'm actually okay with it. I'm good with it. Matter of fact, you know what? Given certain circumstances, whatever. Since you're saying that, given certain circumstances, let's just say we got to do this for real. We got to really get on this live. Last time we were supposed to do a lot of little. Mm-hmm. A lot of little things got in the way, whatever. No but doubt. I think this time we will have to do that for sure. For sure.
Oh, if we meet in the playoffs, we definitely gonna do that.
I mean, I'm thinking because if everything shakes down what I think it's gonna be, we should be number one. Y'all should be number two. So we'll see each other in the AFC chip. That's going to the bowl.
I don't really think you want that, but all right.
You don't think I want? The same way I want the one-on-one earlier. Okay, all right. Anyway, so getting back to this, you trying to say me on my square. I see what you're trying to do.
Hold on. What one-on-one? You lost me with that one. What you ain't want? What one-on-one you ain't want earlier?
No. Earlier we played this year earlier, right?
Yeah.
That was the one-on-one.
See, that's what I thought you was talking about. Listen, my man. Let me just. I'm gonna say this because I know.
Well, we won. I mean, I don't know where you're going with this, but we won. I mean,
yeah, y'all won. But guess what? Let me tell you what ain't gonna happen. I told you off camera. Now I'm gonna tell you on. It's not gonna be the same game when we play.
Oh, trust me, it's not. I know. Trust me, it's not. I know.
I don't think
it's not gonna be the same game.
I don't think you really know.
Oh, no, you know what though?
I think you know.
You know what? Sammy playing that fucking game. So bottom line, he won his payback. That's all I'm saying. So shit.
Sammy. Well, listen, tell him don't go out there, run a 10-yard hook pattern, catch it, and then roll over holding his ankle or knee. But anyway, go ahead, man.
First of all, it's his hamstring. It's not his ankle or his knee. Those are fine. It's his hamstring these days, okay? All right? And if he does that, then he's going back to Samuel. We already talked about this. We know this already, okay?
All right, okay.
That's number one. For number two is whatever. I mean, I'm not worried about Tre'Davious White. You could take out. You can't deal with Kelsey. He's just pause. He's too pause for the young fellas on the joint, whatever. He's too big. He's just a 6'5", like, you know what I mean. You know,
we got something for that. That's why. See, you know what? I'm a.
You know what? We're getting sidetracked now. We're getting sidetracked now.
Yes, we are.
We're getting sidetracked.
I'm bad. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Anyway, so getting back to the situation at hand, I just feel as though, like, you know, as you said, you know, we had this conversation before. Babies having babies. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's going on right now. We're living in this era to where as though it's like, you know, there's really no patriarch of the families, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, so there's the reason why you see a lot of this, whatever. But you do see them sometimes get their ass beat on live by their mom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Laying the law down. But I think it's just too accessible. And again, I said this before in a few episodes before. I blame Mark Zuckerberg because he is the owner of Facebook and Instagram now. You know, Facebook bought Instagram.
Right.
I don't know the dude that started Twitter, but I can't really blame him. And he just kind of jumped on the bandwagon from Facebook and Instagram. So I got to blame Zuckerberg. I really do. You were a nerd, a dweeb, when, you know, you created something that was cool. And at the same time, you didn't know. And this is one thing he didn't know it was going to take off like this. But being as though it created bread, I guess he said, fuck it, let's just keep going. But you are creating worldwide embarrassment. Sometimes it should be embarrassing, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Embarrassing. I think, as you get older or whatever, you see things. Like, you made me get on social media. Honestly, I wasn't on social media. I'm still not on certain platforms. I just refuse to do it.
Right.
But it's like, yo, like, I look at things, I see things, and I'm like, yo, that's not it, man. Like, I didn't grow up this way to where as though I needed to be on platforms fronting. We had to go outside. You had to go outside. You had to be in these fields. You had to be in these neighborhoods, in these situations, and just view and see certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, oh, I'm going live, I'm over here, and this was going, oh shit, such and such got shot. That wasn't that. That was just something that you knew, and you went back. It got funneled through the hoods.
Right.
Well, so I mean, I just really think, and I feel as though like the new age of adults, and I'm talking about anybody from 25 on up. Stop. Just find something else productive to do with your time.
But see, that's the problem. Like Nas said, you's a dick riding faggot. You love the attention.
It's kind of funny how you bring that song up. That's cool though. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Wait, brother. I was just making a point.
I'm just saying. I'm just listening. I know your innuendos. I know them already, like the back of my hand.
Do you or do you not agree that applies here? Don't it apply? It applies in everything.
Somewhat, yeah. Somewhat.
Now, somewhat. Why somewhat?
I'm just saying, somewhat it applies. Somewhat it applies.
In what way does it not? Tell me in what way it doesn't. Because you say somewhat. So that means there's some aspects that you don't feel it does. So
because he was talking about some personal beef that was happening between him and another man. I mean, him and Jay and Dame. Well, I don't think it really had nothing to do with Dame. It was like Jay and his whole camp. You know what I mean? It was like Nas and his whole camp against Jay and his whole camp. So I think that was more or less like a, you know what I'm saying type of thing. Not a generalization.
Well, I mean, I think it was pretty cut and dry. You was a dick riding faggot. You love the attention. Like, I mean, and that applies in what we're talking about right now. Like these cats, they doing what they doing because they love the attention.
You know what? I'm gonna let that one slide on the sake of time. I'm gonna let that one slide. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Woo! Well, I'm trying to tell you, man. This boy, you on fire tonight.
Oh man, I'm just saying.
You on that tonight. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and go into another segment. This is gonna be pretty cool. This first time we ever done it. We are doing the NFL GOAT, so the greatest of all time skill positions. Not every position, just the skills. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you start this one off, bro. So you got, all right, so just let's lay the ground rules. You have one quarterback. Because one quarterback can only be on the field at a time. You got two backs, two receivers, two tight ends.
Yes,
you got two pass rushers, two linebackers, two corners, and two safeties. And I swear, if I hear more than two Bills on this list, I'm a snap. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, you can't put shackles on my list, motherfucker. I ain't putting none on yours.
I'm just saying though. I'm just throwing it out there.
Did I say that you not allowed to have more than two Chiefs on yours? No, I did not. Even though I don't know who the fuck that would be, but I mean, anyway.
Speaking of, see, here it goes. Here goes. You know what? Here goes the flex bomb.
So wait,
good.
I got a question. I'm not. Are we going to kind of like back? Like if I get my quarterback, do you give your quarterback?
That's fine. We can do it that way. That's fine. That's fine.
My quarterback, in my opinion, still the greatest quarterback of all time, Joe Montana. 4 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowl victories, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. I know anybody out there that's hearing this, oh, Tom Brady. Listen, this is not, and this is not about my hatred for the Patriots. It's not it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, low-key it could be, but I don't know.
It's not. I'm just speaking facts. In my mind, it's ludicrous to me how a person can try to say imperfection outweighs perfection. Brady,
Okay.
now it's no question, and you know I don't like that guy, but
Right, for sure.
I respect what he has accomplished. That's hella difficult what he did, but at the same time, he has taken L's on the field, and
I mean, he's not made it to Super Bowls. He's lost Super Bowls, so of
Right.
course, yeah.
but Joe Montana has never lost on the big stage, man, never.
Joe
And
Montana has not been to Super Bowls as well. You know one of them. We're
Well,
not gonna get into that. Don't do that.
Well, wait a minute. Now, yeah, now I know he has not been to Super Bowls, but I'm just talking strictly about, and in Brady's case too. I'm just talking strictly about what they did once they got there.
Okay.
And the Super Bowl is the biggest stage in
Right.
football. There's no stage bigger than that. So, how did they perform? Brady, hell, man, listen. There has been times when he was fucking. Well, you see the record, but he do got some bumps in the road. He lost twice to Eli Manning. Now, Eli Manning can always fuck with him and say, "Yo, I own you in the Super Bowl, bro."
I mean, true story. True story.
Facts. He can tell you
True
that.
story. True
So, like,
story.
yeah, you might be the goat to the motherfuckers, but I own you. And there's nothing he can say because he beat him twice. Nick Foles could tell him, I own you. We faced off that one time I beat you. I outdueled you because both of our defenses were being torched. And I outdueled you. Point
True.
blank.
True.
Nobody can tell Joe Montana that they own him on the biggest stage in football. How can he not be the GOAT when it comes to that? That's why I say all that other shit that all these so-called experts be talking is whack. And that's reality.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to get into that for the sake of time. I'm not going to get into that. What I will say is that my number one pick, and it's going to be a shock, I'm going to have to go with Dan Marino. I'm going to have to go with Dan. And the reason why I say this is because you see, a shocker. You weren't expecting that. Now, the reason why I'm going with Dan Marino, I have a great reason for this. Because before, I mean, we could throw a lot of quarterbacks out there. We can go into Jim Kelly. We can go into Joe Montana. We can go into Aikman. We can go into all these supposedly great quarterbacks, right? But Dan finished his career on top of every statistical category. Granted, he didn't have a running game. Defense was kind of shabby at times, whatever, you know. Besides the ball with the ironing board in the back of his head, whatever, Byron Cox, besides them. Big ass fucking ironing board in the back of his head, whatever. That was what it was, though. He was a beast on Tecmo Bowl. I fuck with Byron Cox on Tecmo Bowl, but other than that, he was kind of a fucking waste. But I think that if you gave Dan Marino, you put Dan Marino in San Francisco, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
You put Dan Marino in Buffalo, they're going to win at least one Super Bowl. Don't take it personal. I'm saying.
no, fuck that. No. I gotta take that.
I'm just saying.
No, that's like good because you're basically saying that because he's so much better than Kelly that they definitely would have won the Super Bowl with him in there if you took Kelly out.
I mean, yeah, he is much better than Kelly.
All right. Let me say this. Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls, right? He lost to 4, but let me just say this: of the four, the very first one, he damn sure should have won that. He was robbed of that one. Not by no.
You got a sucky ass kicker. You know, I ain't gonna say sucky. You know what though? He couldn't handle the pressure. Bottom line.
He was robbed of that Super Bowl. He should have had. If he didn't win none of the other 3 that he went to after that, he definitely should have won the first one. But whatever, you know, tomato. But I will say this: that shit you just said, fuck out of here.
It's true.
No, it's not true.
It is true.
You know, we can't say that it's true. Okay, then if that's the case, then Dan Marino, as great as he was, he went to that one Super Bowl and never sniffed it again. And who's the reason why?
Because he didn't have no run game. Dog. He didn't have no run game. And the defense was suspect. We all know that. Dan Marino was the first quarterback that threw for 4,000 yards in the season. I don't know if he ever eclipsed 5. I think he got close. But he was the close to ever get, actually put in the books 4,000. It took people years to break his records. Let's think about it, though. Let's really think about it.
Dan Marino did not have a running game, true. But I know if you ask Dan off camera, and I'm not saying this because I've done it. I'm not saying I know him personally. I ain't saying that. But I bet if you was to ask Dan off camera and in confidence, yo, keep it a yard. You like throwing that shit as much as you threw it, didn't you? I bet.
Of course he did. He's a quarterback. Of
Well,
course. I mean, that's an obvious answer.
If you liked it, then don't use it as you can't use it as a deficiency then. You can't say.
You know what, though? He would rather running back. I'm going to pick one. You're going to pick one, all right? Or do you want to pick yours first?
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I mean, the obvious answer for me would be probably Barry Sanders. I mean, Barry's back. Barry's back. You know what I'm saying? It's no conversation about it. And another thing, we pick the same players. It is what it is. We can't. You don't have to pick something different for me. It's not like that.
Best pure runner ever to me.
Yeah. So I mean, I got to go Barry. It's my running back one.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. It's up. You up.
Running back 2 is Thurman Thomas. And I'm going to tell you why. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm going to tell you why.
Woo! All right, go ahead.
Thurman Thomas, because he took using the running back as a receiver to another level.
Okay.
He birthed anybody that came after him.
He birthed Marshall Faulk, basically. He birthed Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk. And because he got that.
Wait. So you know what? I got a question, though. Just real quick. Did he birth Roger Craig? Because Roger Craig was the first running back to have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving, if I'm not mistaken.
As far as Roger Craig goes, the way Roger Craig did him, he caught most of his passes as little swing outs. Thurman Thomas was going splitting out wide, lining up in the slot, swing out.
Okay.
Like,
all right. Okay.
He took it to another level.
Okay.
And so that's why I say
I respect that.
He just kind of reconfigured the whole running back position and how you can use it.
Okay. I respect that. You know, I have no blowback about that because that is true. That definitely is true. You know what I'm saying? So that's your running back one. So that's your RB1. So my RB2 will be, as the aforementioned, Marshall Faulk. Just because I'm telling you, this is not no you bring it out swinging. It's not that. Marshall was probably and don't take this personal, probably the best running back who can get you 1,500 on the ground and still get you 8 to 1,000 in the air.
Thurman Thomas, you know what? I'm not even. Go ahead, man. Because see, he's not better at mimicking what he saw before him.
No. And that's the whole thing. I'm not saying that. They were kind of different backs. I mean, they were the same mold, but different backs, though.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. Because Marshall wasn't, I mean, sometimes he'll line a while, but Marshall more or less was in the slot with the little slippery slot screens. I think that's where that game came from.
Well, see, I really realized who Thurman was when I saw him line up wide and then catch a pass 40 yards downfield over the shoulder, diving like a fucking wide out.
Yeah, I mean, Thurman was Thurman. You know what I'm saying? You know, that ass face mask. Yeah, he was cool and shit, whatever. You used to get laughed at about that face mask back in the day and shit. But he was good, though. He was great. He was great. You know, he's one of the greatest running backs. I would say if I had to make a top 5 list, I probably could squeeze him in there. I couldn't squeeze Marshall Faulk in there.
Wait a minute. Did you say you probably could?
Yeah, I probably could. I mean, me personally. I mean, my top 5.
You just order, but go ahead.
I'm just saying my top 5 backs would probably be more or less, you know, ground and pound. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe a screen here and there, whatever, but I want you to run the rock. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool if you get 12, 1,300 yards. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, whatever.
Well, he did that.
Huh?
He did that too. He ran between the
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he was, look, like I said, I can probably squeeze him in there. I wouldn't even squeeze Marshall Faulk in my top 5. That's what I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
So I mean, you know, I'm giving your man his props, besides that fucking nut ass face mask that I hated, because that was like the offensive lineman joint back in the day. But
he was a football player. This ain't no fucking fashion show.
No, I'm just saying though, whatever. You know, as the running back, you gotta have the cool factors, man. He didn't have the cool factor back in the day.
He is a running back. He's a football player.
God.
He wasn't no male model, okay? So we ain't worried about all that shit.
Anyways, moving along. All right, so who's your running back too? Who's your second running back?
No, we both had Barry Sanders as the one, and Thurman was my two.
Oh, so you did agree to Barry. Okay, all right. You know, I heard you say he was like the best pure runner. I never heard you claim him though.
Yeah, no doubt. He's my.
All right, cool. So, all right, Thurman, Barry, me, Barry. Well, wait, you starting Thurman over Barry? That's a good question.
Well, you remember how it was at Oklahoma State. Barry was the starter, and then Thurman, was his reserve. I believe.
No, actually, Thurman was the starter, and Barry was his reserve.
At Oklahoma State?
Yeah, that's exactly how that went. Yeah, remember? Because Barry was returning punts at first, and then he had that breakout season after Thurman left.
Okay, well, yeah, they had it right then. They had it right.
Oh, so you lined me up to do that? Yo, you in your fucking bag tonight. I swear, yo, that was a complete lineup, and I ain't even dig it. I should just let you go along with it. All right, cool. All right. So, wide receiver. So, you got to go. Wide receiver one, and I think we all know who the wide receiver one is. So.
Jerry Rice.
Yep. Okay.
Greatest of all time.
Okay, I agree with you. That's my wide receiver one as well. Who's your wide receiver two? You say Andre Reed. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna break my laptop tonight. But
you know what? I'm not gonna say Andre Reed because we ain't talking strictly slot. He's the greatest slot receiver of all time. But I was gonna say as my wide receiver too, Randy Moss.
Damn, yo.
Yeah. Okay. Right. And the only reason why, I mean, it's hard to not say him because from day one when he stepped on the NFL field, he dominated from that.
He was a headache. He was a fucking headache.
From day fucking one. And being as though I was a fan of his.
You know what? You put me on a Randy Moss. I can't lie. So I'm giving you his pride. I didn't even know he played with Florida State. You told me that, so I can't be mad. You got that. Hands down, you got that. Thank
you. But yeah, so he's I definitely like if you line those two up on the field.
Man, it's
the other team might as well go home, man. That's in the right.
Basically, like it's nothing you could do. You can't double both of them. You can't. I mean, they both can run deep, even though Randy's going to be the faster player, obviously. But right. Rice can haul ass too, whatever. And then Rice can kill you underneath. It's like, what you gonna do?
You ain't doing shit with that.
Shit, I would probably run. Let's just take an inventory real quick. I probably would do this if I had if you said Montana. You said Barry. You said Thurman. Rice and Moss. I don't even need no tight end. I really don't. Think about it. In the same way on my end, whatever. Like, it's like kind of, if I got Marino and if I got Barry and I got Falk and I got Moss, what you going to do? Because the running back can really be your comfort zone and be your tight end.
Yep, sure can. Outlets all day.
All right, so I think okay. All right, so we pretty much rolling down the same path. Let's see where we go with a tight end. 2. I'm gonna go first.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough. I got 2 people in my mind, and I never thought it would come to this. I'm gonna have to go with Tony Gonzalez, though. I'm just gonna have to go with him. He was the first to actually split out a wide as a tight end, 6'5", 250. I mean, I got to go with TG, man. I'm sorry. I got to go with TJ.
Well, mine is Antonio Gates. I mean, still to this date, no tight end has scored more touchdowns receiving than Antonio Gates. And because that, I mean, and it's like the disparity, and it's been some great tight ends, man. But
for sure, definitely for sure.
I heard somebody one day trying to say that Rob Gronkowski was the greatest tight end ever, and I'm thinking,
no. He's not even better than the tight end I have on my roster right now, honestly, in my mind. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. And once again, it don't have nothing to do with my hatred for the Patriots. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the guy wasn't a bruising, big body motherfucker.
He's 6'7". I mean, he throw the ball up like
Right,
right.
right. But I mean, Antonio Gates, he made that shit an art form. And just to go ahead and get my second one out of the way, because my second is your first. It's Tony Gonzalez. I mean, they are the top two. You got Gates, then Gonzalez. Both of them are over 100 receiving touchdowns. Like you can't not have either one of those guys on this list. You can't. It's just well, you did. Sure. Apparently you did, but you can't have because you just didn't have. You ain't had Gates on there. I don't think you did anyway, right?
I didn't even say my second. You said you was going to go first. So
right. You're right. My bad. Who was your second?
This might be a little bit of a shocker. I'm gonna go Gates. All right, I gotta go Gates. I mean, I have to, whatever. Just because, I mean, and everybody gonna think we're doing this, whatever. We didn't tell each other our selections. We didn't. All we did was put down the positions, and that was it. But I think more or less, like, you know, when you talk about all time, now, if you review this 5 years from now, I would probably take Gates out and put Kelsey in, because the shit I'm seeing Kelsey doing, like, it's just crazy. But I can't do it just yet. I wanted to so bad. That was my two right there. That was my two. But I can't do it. Not just yet. So I would have to say Gates, whatever, because Gates was more or less that. And you know what's crazy though, whatever about Gonzalez and Gates, they both had that basketball background when they were post up in the end zone.
Right.
And it's like nobody could do anything. And Gates is only like what, 6'4"?
Something like that, yeah.
Like 6'4", but he had that wider body. Gonzalez was that more athletic, like tall, like, you know what I'm saying, you know. So I got that, but Gates would post up in the end zone. It's like nothing you could do.
I put Gonzalez on my list because I just could not deny his accomplishments and achievements.
I appreciate it. You know what? I appreciate the honesty. I really do.
But fuck him for real.
You know what, though? I appreciate your growth. I appreciate you being honest. That's all I can say about that. We already know. I know where you're coming from. You know what I mean? So I understand that. It wasn't nothing personal. Probably wasn't. You know what I mean? You know, just, you know, let bygones be bygones. You know what I mean? You know, that's your second best tight end of all time. I can't get mad at that. Actually, I'm ecstatic, man. I'm ecstatic. This episode is turning out some good things. Some good things.
Yeah, true, no doubt. Yeah, fuck him, Bills Mafia.
All right, so pass rushers. You need to. So since you went first, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go ahead and mention the almighty Derek Thomas. I'm going to say that because you know what? Besides just pure pass rushers, it's him and LT. LT is above, and then you got Derek Thomas. Unfortunately, his career was cut short due to a tragic death, whatever. But rest in peace, DT. But what I'm saying is, though, like, that man was a monster. Straight up monster.
Now, see.
Monster without the cocaine. But go ahead.
Well, oh, damn, okay. That was a shot at LT. Cool. Now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to make sure that I involved certain people in this list because when you talk a pass rusher, that could be a D lineman, it could be a linebacker. So what I did was
true.
What I did was my pass rushers are Bruce Smith, NFL all-time sack leader.
Of course, yeah. Another Buffalonian. I knew it, yo. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Go ahead.
NFL all-time sack leader.
Buffalonian. Yep. Yeah.
And Reggie White. They are my pass rushers. The Minister of Defense, who finished. I mean, man, he was like.
He's second, right?
Right behind Bruce. So,
but he had it before Bruce.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he really did, though.
Listen. If you was in a situation, right, where you was arguing with some cat, and y'all each could say y'all stole each other, when you want to do the sucker punch last, I want to get the last sucker punch out the situation.
No, because you can't hit me you can't hit me when I'm down and out. You can't do that.
But if y'all like say
that's not going to count. That's not going to count.
Wait a minute. Say y'all had it set up right, y'all arguing whatever, and y'all just both got it in your mind. I'm about to tee off on this cat, and y'all both swing at the same time. He connect first, like bop, but then you connect, bow. It's like bop. You know he.
No, but see the problem with that is though. I mean, that wasn't the case. So let's not use that analogy. It's a piss poor analogy at this point in time. It really is.
It's not piss poor.
It's really piss poor. I mean, it is.
Bruce Smith is the all-time NFL sack leader. Get over it. There ain't nothing you can do about it. That shit is what it is. Ain't nobody breaking that record. And that's reality.
Okay. I mean, you can say what you want, whatever, but
especially with the way it's set up in the NFL now, with how they doing things for these quarterbacks. Ain't nobody breaking that record, homie. Nobody.
No. I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that at all. What I'm saying is this, though, whatever. They were both playing in their heyday at some point in time. And, some people was just up here. Some people was like right there. So,
that never was
up here. And then...
That never was the case. They always was our level with each other because they were definitely the best in the games at their positions at one point. And one was on the AFC, one was on the NFC.
Well, you acting like Derek Thomas wasn't. You know what? I'm not going to even get into this.
But wait.
I'm not going to do it.
See, I'm not saying that.
You saying defensive ends? Why?
I'm just saying they were the best defensive ends, the best pass rushing defensive linemen.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, as far as Derek Thomas goes, well, I got that. You know what? I'm gonna wait until we move on to the next position. And I got to say.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine and well, man. All right, so we done with the. Oh, you know what though? My second pass rusher was Reggie White. So, case it is what it is.
There you go.
All right, so linebackers, you need two. So I started it off. You start off this one.
My linebackers are Lawrence Taylor, the best that ever did it from the linebacker position, rushing the quarterback.
Okay.
And Ray Lewis, the best.
Ooh, okay.
Interior, middle to interior linebacker I've ever seen.
Okay. Respect. We kind of on the same court. I was going to say both of those as well. If you had to give me just a pure pass rusher at the linebacker spot, I would say LT. Because LT stood up a lot more than Derek Thomas did. They put Derek Thomas on fours a lot.
Okay.
So that's one reason why I kind of differentiated that one. But Ray Lewis is probably the best middle linebacker with my eyes I've ever seen.
Right.
I seen him make Eddie George quit, and that was enough for me.
Yeah, I remember.
He made him quit, bro. He really made. Wasn't that a playoff game?
I think it was a playoff game.
He just threw the ball, so I'm like, you just gonna throw it to him, dog? Like, you serious? Like,
he ain't want no part of that shit. But you know what, though? To Eddie George credit, though, when everybody was saying that about him the next season, when they faced off
he
again,
did run harder. He did run harder.
And harder. He looked for him in contact, like he was just trying to show everybody, no, it ain't
I'm not
that
scared,
kind of
right? But I mean, you know what though? I'm not scared, but I was scared in that moment. I mean, how do you differentiate that though? Like, I'm not scared, but I was scared in that moment.
I mean, listen, bro. I guess
you know what though? Moments are moments. You never know. So
yeah, no doubt. All
right, that's cool. So it seemed like we kind of aligned with each other. Like, it's crazy. I thought somebody was going. Besides the quarterback thing, I know I shocked you with that one. So let's go corners. I know we're gonna be aligned with one because there's only one.
No doubt.
Deion, I'm gonna start it off. Deion, and then who's your one?
Deion.
Okay. My two. Woo! See, now my two is I'm gonna say Rod Woodson. I'm gonna take it back to the Pittsburgh days. I'm gonna say Rod Woodson. Because I think if Deion is not going to come up and make the tackle, Rod would.
Okay, I almost did that. I almost went Rod, but then I had to think for a minute. And I wanted to show some love to...
It's not his fault Barry Sanders blew his knee out. That's not his fault.
I wasn't even going to bring that up.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's what happened. Like, remember after that, he had to move to safety.
I do remember that, and that's one of the reasons why he ain't make my list. It's like, no, I'm joking. I'm joking about that.
No, Rod, you heard that shit, bro.
That was a joke. I got nothing but respect for Rod. Rod was a baller. You know what I'm saying? And by him making that move, he was able to extend his career. So I
And still
applaud.
be productive like crazy. Like,
Yeah, and he still was productive. But my second cornerback is the former Raider and Bronco Willie Brown.
woo. Okay. All right.
Willie Brown, man, you know what I mean?
I gotta respect that, bro. I gotta respect it.
Yes, sir. In
Gotta
that
respect
era, that he played in, he was looked at by widely as hands down the best corner in the game. And he kept that theory off by returning an interception 75 yards for a touchdown in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage. You know,
For
against
sure.
Fran Tarkenton, I think, threw that shit. So, I mean, you know, when players are great in the big moment, they show their greatness. And this is a little off topic. That's why Michael Jordan is the greatest player to ever touch a basketball, because in the big moments on the big stage, he shows his greatness.
Show up. Yeah, you show up.
He don't go to championships and choke. He don't go to championships, you know what I'm saying, fall far behind and you know, get below 500 with no chance of ever eclipsing it because you done lost.
Why are we even doing this right now? Why are we doing this right now?
Bad. I didn't mean to do that.
You know, no, that was a clear shot to Bron. That was a clear shot.
What you to who?
That was to Bron. Go down 3-1.
Why you bring
go below 500 in the series? That was at Bron. There definitely was.
It was not. It was to anybody. It was to any basketball player who has a blemish on his record on the biggest stage, and you got the audacity to try to put yourself in the same class as the man that don't have not a one.
Exactly. Okay.
It's not just.
I mean, hey, listen, I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
It's other players out there that got L's on that stage. There's other players like Isaiah Thomas hating ass. He got L's on that stage. I mean, it is what it is.
He only got one though, right? It's only one. In the finals, is only one.
Yeah, my bad. How many he went to?
So yeah, we went back to back. Yeah, 2-1.
Right, but how many did he go to completely? 3, right?
Yeah.
And what in his record? You said his record was 2-1.
Yup.
Okay. All right, so that probably would explain why he always trying to go out of his way to throw dirt on a man who went 6 times, never lost, and got 6 MVPs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know where this is coming from, but
I don't know. Man. Let's get back to what we was doing. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. Go ahead.
So we did both corners. Now we got to go to safety. I'll kick it off. For me, give me Ed Reed.
Yes, sir. Right here.
Give me Ed Reed.
Ed Reed. Yep.
I'm gonna say probably in my other pick. I'm gonna throw it out there. Ronnie Lott.
You gotta
put Ronnie.
Ronnie Lott.
So the same shit.
Ronnie Lott, bro.
Yo, you got to, man. I mean, it's no conversation. Like Ed is gonna control everything in the back end. Ronnie gonna smash everything on the front end.
Yes,
but
sir.
Ronnie can control the back end on his side too. It's like you can do this. You can take Ed Reed out of free safety, put him at strong safety, and put Ronnie Lott at free safety. You could interchange both of them.
Yep.
That's the crazy part. They had so much range, and Ed wasn't scared to hit motherfucker either.
No, he wasn't. But see, you know what? And what I like about them both, they both dominated from that position in different ways. Ronnie Lott with the physicality, Ed Reed with the turnover capability.
Yo, man, you cannot throw the ball.
Man.
Yo, I remember one time Peyton Manning said he was like, I thought I had him. And this Peyton Manning, game tape master. I thought I had him. He said he didn't turn his hips to the last second, and he got me.
Can I say something?
What's up?
I noticed you referenced him as the game tape manager, Peyton Manning.
No, I said master.
Oh, master. Excuse me.
Master.
Yeah. I just got one comment to make about that. No disrespect to Peyton Manning.
You know what? It's about to be disrespect, y'all. Go ahead.
No disrespect. But I have heard a couple of players, as well as a few coaches, comment on what I'm about to say right now. Mm-hmm. I think some of what he did at the line of scrimmage was window dressing. I don't believe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's to get you confused.
all of that shit, man. Like
Omaha and all that. Yeah, we don't. The
no,
team, bro, like, what the fuck is he
wait a minute.
talking about?
It's not Omaha. It's Omaha. Omaha. You know what I mean? Like, all that shit, man. Like, I ain't with all that, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, man. Line your big old fucking gallon of milk head up there and hike the rock. Like, what's all that, man? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I feel you. Sure, no, definitely, I feel you. I feel you.
Investors and shit and all that. Like, come on.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. But you know, you can't get mad at him over that. It worked.
Yeah, it worked. It didn't work
until it didn't work.
Last time he was on the big stage, but it worked.
I mean, it worked until it didn't work.
I mean, you know, that MVP he got is suspect because it should have been a die. It should have been his, but it worked.
You talking about with the coach? Yeah, I mean, Adai was making a lot of plays, yo. He was.
Adai was a horse in that fucking game. If Adai was not on that field, they don't win that championship.
I believe you. And I think whatever, if Edgerrin James didn't lay the groundwork on how they was going to operate, I really feel as though Edge should have been on that team and should have got the ring, man. I love Edgerrin James. He was a beast. I think he laid the groundwork for the whole play action game.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he laid the whole. He was that guy. Edgerrin James was that guy. Okay. So with that, damn. So we was talking about Peyton Manning. We gave both of our safeties, whatever, man. I mean, you know, now we're gonna get into another segment, man. This is kind of funny. Oh man. So we're gonna see if anybody responds to this. They respond to it, we'll bring it back. It's called the Dumbass Dictionary. And just the basic, disregard of the English classes we all had throughout high school, middle school, and elementary school. One example would be probably or probably. I'm gonna let you take it from there, bro.
You know what, brother? I'm not even listen, man. I'ma just say this. It makes my fucking skin crawl every time I see and or hear somebody remove the word probably and put probably. That shit is so, bro, listen. I think it's fucked up to say it out your mouth, but I think it's even more fucked up to take the time to type it. Because if you're posting it on a platform somewhere, or if you
that's worldwide,
bro, that means you actually took the initiative. You thought that out. You went out of your way to say probably instead of probably. And it makes me ask the question: do you have any fucking sense? Probably not.
You know what's funny to me though? Whatever. You know what? I could blame it on somebody had made a quote to me like, "Damn, y'all youngins are lazy." I'm like, "What you mean?" "Oh, we went out in the field and we did this and we did that. We was hard labor." I gotta blame it on laziness, and I'm gonna say laziness on this. Whatever. You probably was that kid chewing on an eraser in second grade. Then when you got to middle school, you ain't understand shit. You got a D in English because they ain't want to keep you behind. No child left behind. Then you got the motherfucking high school and start having people doing your homework. Now there's a difference. When you get to high school and somebody's doing your homework, it's not because you don't understand. It's because you don't fucking feel like it and you want to do what the fuck you want to do. But see, there's a disconnection from there. Why did you get passed on from 1st to 5th? From 6th to 8th? From 9th to 12th? Second reason I would say is just the how can I say this without just offending anybody? Just a lack of attention to detail. Now, me and you in text messages every day, all day. We'll correct ourselves if something doesn't. Wow, that's wrong. Boom, boom, whatever. Sometimes you typing whatever, and you get to typing, and then you're doing something, and boom, you put your phone down, and then you look back at it. Oh shit, my bad. Or you see it in a moment, like, damn, I already sent it. Let me correct that.
No doubt.
Not even taking the time to correct it. Oh, he'll figure it out. Sometimes I can't figure it out. What the fuck is that? I'm not taking the energy, and I'm like, not you, but like I would take. What you just say? Oh, but that meant you shouldn't explain that to me, bro. Some shit is just common fucking sense. Instead of saying probably, why don't you just put PROB? I know that means probably.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's one thing, man. I mean that it's just, oh man, like I feel as though like I was the only person that paid attention to English class sometimes, especially with my generation, because shit be flying through, and I'm like, what? Like, what does that mean? I understand if you abbreviate, that's the difference, not just broken English.
Right.
So I mean, that's the first thing, man. I want to get into something, bro. I want to get into something real quick. And I think we talked about, well, I know we talked about this before. Words just pop up out of nowhere. Narrative. Where the fuck that come from? All of a sudden, everybody know, because the narrative, first of all, spell it and give me the definition. I'm really old school with people these days. Like, yo, like, spell it. I know I can spell it, but shit, like.
And if you ask what some of these motherfuckers out here that spell the words that they use, words that they're using incorrectly, out of context, all that cool shit. If you ask them to spell it, if they life depended on it, they would have to give it up in the name of God, bro, because there's no way in the hell you could.
Bro. And I'd be looking like, damn, like, for real? Like, narrative? One day I was watching TV and it was like, yeah, because narrative. And I'm like, damn, that was like a spelling word in like 10th grade. What the fuck? Why are they talking about it now? That was like 20 years ago. But now it's everybody, yeah, because the narrative is, they trying to control my narrative. Like, bro, just say they trying to tell you a story. Just say that. It sounds better to me. I mean, it just sounds better because you go on and, you know what, a motherfucker would say, because the narrative and probably, like, what the fuck? Like, how do you do that?
The popularity in word usage of a particular word is always one post away. Meaning, all that has to happen is for the right person to post something and use these words and or phrases, and it's a wrap. Like, I know you've seen of late, it was this and that for me. Meaning, you know, I know, bro, I know you've been seeing that everywhere. It is fucking annoying, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere, bro. You can't escape this shit. We can't make this shit up. It's all facts.
Bro. Some shit I'll be hearing, I'll be like, what?
It was the red dress for me. Like, will you shut the fuck up?
Please just say I like the red dress. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real here. That's what you were saying before that. And I think you on to something, man. You know what? Fuck it, man. We're going to start creating reality realm fucking phrases too, man. Fuck it, man. If everybody else can do it, we can do it too. Fuck that shit, man. Nah, man, because, yo, you said that. That just took me back to, like, maybe 2 hours ago. And I'll be like, what? Like, what are you? Oh, that's cute. That's cool. Come on, man. Just say you like it. Just come on, man. Like, come on. It sounds stupid. It really does.
No doubt.
That's the thing, whatever. And, you know, we can take it back even back in the day. Pacific or specific. Now, that's been one from years ago. But I think we understand that was the down south lingo back in the days when your peoples came out to visit. Yeah, because I'm saying Pacific, like, what the fuck? Specific? Like, you lost me. That's one. Another one is vicinity and facility.
Yo, man. Yo, that right there.
Bro.
Say, hey, yo, man, how you get down? Where's such and such at? I'm trying to find that 53rd and whatever. I mean, I'm not sure exactly, but I know it's somewhere in this facility. No, motherfucker. No.
Is it in this building?
Right. We ain't in no fucking building. We outside. The hell you mean?
Yo, shit be real, bro. Shit definitely be real, man. And it's kind of crazy because, you know what, though? at some point when you take control of your vocab. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't shortcut things, and you see me shortcut things through text, like, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna make it all crazy, like,
Right.
I'll shortcut things, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, but sometimes people just make up words, and they be like, "What? Like, what are you saying?"
Shit out of pocket, bro.
So listen, if nobody don't think the reality realm is definitely looking at y'all and like fucking bozos, fucking dweebs, honestly. So let's move right along to the hot seat, man. Let's move right along. I'm gonna start this off because mine's it's not lengthy, but I want to get on some key points.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN in the top 100 players going into the 2021 season. Take a deep breath. First of all, Zion Williamson is not number 19. Okay, let's cut this shit out. He is ranked higher than Paul George, Jamal Murray, Bradley Beal, Karl Anthony Towns, Kyrie, CJ McCollum, and Russell fucking Westbrook. I'm a little confused here. This dude played like a quarter of a season, and now all of a sudden he's I guess the next LeBron.
And I think that's what's going on. I think that they have that's their way of letting you know that they consider him to be the face of tomorrow. That's why they're trying.
He's not that. He's not that. I already seen it. He's not that. He's not that. He can be one of the faces, but he's not that face. I'm not even done yet, bro. Yo, this is good. This is going to touch you too.
Go ahead.
Lonzo Ball is ranked number 54. He's ranked higher than Zach LaVine at number 56. I don't see it.
I saw that. And once again, that's all about the name.
He's ranked higher than D'Angelo Russell at number 69, who was an all-star.
The name.
DeMar DeRozan? Now, we might give DeMar DeRozan some shit. You want to know DeMar DeRozan's ranking? 82. I can't name 82 players better than DeMar DeRozan, bro. I just can't. I can't. Especially in this game today, I can't.
You know what? Maybe this is ESPN's way of stirring up a little controversy to kind of get everybody talking because they know in like another 2 weeks the season kicks off.
I'm not done yet, bro. I'm not done. That's how I broke this down.
Okay.
Now, one of my guys, Tyler Hero, a Wildcat. I love him to death. Love him to death. He's ranked higher than Blake Griffin at number 65. Tyler Hero's number 59. Blake Griffin is 65. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be fucking shitting me. And to take on top of that, whatever, you still rank higher than D'Angelo and DeMar? These two, all three of them are former All-Stars. It's your second year. He wasn't Finals MVP. What the fuck? Like, I'm confused here. And then I got another one. Montrezl Harrell was ranked number 76, who was higher than DeMar DeRozan. This is a full breakdown. I looked at all the listing, and I picked out just certain names, not the bigger names, but it's like, this shit is all fucked up, man. Who wrote this column? I need to know. I want to holler at you. We need to have a conversation. ESPN, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. If this shit wasn't part of basic cable, I'd cancel the fucking channel. Go ahead, bro.
Well, you know what? My hot seat topic, and ESPN has also played a role in this as well. I'm tired of the national media trying to act as though the Patriots are still relevant. Listen, I understand that Bill Belichick is still there. I get all that. I understand all that. But I think it's time for y'all to just let it the fuck go. They are 6-6. That means they played 12 games and only won 6 of them. That means
500. You're middle of the road.
That also means what? They only have 4 games left to play?
Yeah, real shit. Yeah,
So
and you're 3 games behind. So
you're 3 games behind with 4 games to play.
actually 4 games behind because they lost to y'all already. So they 4 behind.
They play the Rams this week.
Yeah, they ain't winning that game.
Thursday night football.
They're not winning.
Cut it the fuck out. Leave it alone. The shit is over. You're making yourselves look desperate and dumb. Just stop it. They are no longer. Look, Brady left. That was just the beginning of the downfall. Several players opted out before the season even started because of COVID. Cam Newton is running around here looking like fucking, like he's not drinking his juice in the hood in South Central.
Honestly, what I would say is, you should have signed Johnny Manziel. I think he could have get better than Cam at this point. Like, he's looking like, I don't know, man. He's looking crazy.
Bottom line, the shit is over. KRS-One told everybody years ago that the bridge was over. I'm telling you that the shit is over. Leave it alone. They're no longer who they were. That's a thing of the past. And when we play them in a couple of weeks, we gonna bust their fucking ass. And that's reality.
Well, be that as it may, brother, you know what? It doesn't matter to me. I mean, we riding high. Should be riding high right now. So, like I say, I see you in the AFC chip, and I'm going to need you to close this step down, baby. Let's go.
You don't really want to see that, but all right. Once again, I just want to let y'all know how much I love y'all for kicking it with a couple of brothers who
The
put
nigga chose Thurman Thomas on purpose, but go ahead, man.
Now, see, I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
I'm trying to go. I thought something was on the TV. My bad.
Still talking shit. Fuck Tony Gonzalez. And while he was a chief, fuck him. It's your boy, Reality Ron Bullard. My man, Chris Black. When you need a reality check, the reality realm is where you want to be at. We'll be back next week in the building, God willing, and that's reality.
I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code until I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cook until ain't nothing left.